A friend I know wants to build a solar house, and he wants to design it a little bit differently. He wants to have the south wall as a solar panel. He wants to have 3 solar panels on the south wall that fit together, and then during the sunny time they come out, they slant a little upwards so they can pick up more sun that way, and at night they slide together and go back down, which is okay. That's that thing. Of course, he wants solar on the roof and little extra panels around. He wants solar outdoor lighting. He wants to have a little windmill, those round, not the blades, but the one that does that. He wants to collect as much energy. Of course, his real thing is to sell it to the electric company, the oversupply. But he knows in his house, it's all LED lighting. Yeah, that type of lighting. Or that type of lighting. His TV seems to be more of a computer screen type of thing. He watches movies on flash drives. Maybe that's it. He has a flash drive, stick it into his monitor. Oh, he's cheap. I mean, he has a solar refrigerator. Solar refrigerator? Yeah, he has a wire going right directly to the outside. That the only thing basically is a 2-tier refrigerator, freezer on top and things on the bottom. And it's both have different compressors on it. Oh, okay. I guess one of those strange ones made for him. His stove isn't gas or electric. It's that magnetic field, for magnetic energy field that he has. Of course, he has solar hot water heater. He's into all these strange things. But I guess he says, I don't pay for anything. In his house was built with metal insert into a fireplace type of thing. Air blows from the outside through this stuff, that type of heating operation. So he heats up the air from the outside, little levers go that thing, and blows hot air through the whole place. And it's some nice little place. His walls are thicker too. I mean, you have the standard insulation. No, he has something like Adobe, but they're not Adobe. They're some type of cement that has pores in it. Some kind of blocks, that thing, specially designed and made for him. And this is basically, he doesn't heat his house. He doesn't cool his house. A ice cube will keep his place cool. He said, yeah, it will keep basically the walls. Walls are different. The floor is different. The basement, he does have a basement there. A lot of his mechanical stuff in his basement, and that's different. His drain, well, he does drain into the local sewer system, but his pipe is screwed in. The drain pipe is screwed in. and it goes all the way up to the, it goes above the thing, and it has a cap on it, you know, so so he can basically cap it off. A little bit more work. He says, yeah, but I don't flood. I don't flood. My air pressure in that cap keeps the water thing. I don't flood. So, you know, okay, why don't other people do it? Why don't other people do it? I don't know. I guess they like to see their furniture, their rugs, and everything else in the basement get ruined because they don't do it. But they have been advised. Yeah, I mean, they've been advised for 100 years to have a little extra pipe up there so you can basically screw something in there to keep the water into the sewage line. But people don't do that. They do what they want. But as you really look at his house, is that all the windows are basically solar panels, which he can slide over. If he wants to look outside, he just slides the solar panel to the side and then puts it back. He says, well, I'm not there during the day. You know, I don't need that. His front door is on the side, of course. It's on the side. He has different types of windows. He doesn't have the big windows. He has the ones across the top. I think, well, what does he do on the second floor? Well, the second floor is the same thing. There are panels going on the south side that slide over, and then at night they slide back. He said, why do I need to look outside when I can have a video camera look outside for me? Which is pretty, yeah. So, yeah, I don't need anything. Well, what happens if there's a fire? That's what an axe is for. Well, he has halogen gas, has fire extinguishers inside here. You don't want to, as he said, you don't want to be trapped. When those things go off, you don't want to be in the room because it will smother anything in the room. Is that why you have the oxygen mask on there? That's why I have an oxygen mask there. Okay. Well, most of the stuff he has in his house is industrial. They're not plastic foam stuff. You'll drop he says, well, somebody drops well, he says, take a match and drop it, it goes out. It doesn't burn, it doesn't smolder. And of course, the whole place is alarmed. Yeah, well, temperature goes up. He has some of these little vents, kind of like higher up in the ceiling, that like those lights in the ceiling, but these are smoke detectors in the ceiling. They're just above the ceiling. They're basically recessed inside there, and because the smoke will travel across and immediately hit these things. And then there's this extra stuff on the walls, which is heat sensors. So smoke goes up, hits this stuff, and if they're at a certain temperature, halogen takes over. Right, if you're asleep. Well, no, he has this pulsing. He designed it. He's one of those safety engineers. Well, overkill, I guess so, but he doesn't pay for electricity. He doesn't pay for gas for heating. He said, well, a candle can keep a place warm in the winter well, that's an open flame, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's that thing. But in the summertime, an ice cube, we keep it cold and cool, and the wintertime, a heating element Well, I mean, yeah, kind of heating. Well, the heating element that you put in a coffee cup to keep, to keep it. Really? Well,